Welcome, everyone, to episode 5 of the Rad Podcast. Today, you have me, myself, and I, but I'm never alone when I have the chat here with me. But we're going to get pretty controversial. We have some pretty big breaking news. It's pretty crazy. So, if you're a fisherman, not sure if you saw the last couple of days, most people have. There has been a pretty big cheating scandal here at the Susquehanna River, which is very close to us. It's breaking national news. It's going across the country right now. It's crazy. It's actually mind-blowing. A couple months ago, I guess maybe a year ago, a guy came on the scene. Jake was his name, and he kind of blew up really quick. He was catching huge fish and just kind of blew up out of nowhere, taking the tournament scene by surprise, just ranking number 1. He's winning tournaments, just catching big fish. His Instagram exploded, his Facebook exploded. It was just kind of like he just came out of nowhere. It was weird. And usually when it's too good to be true, it's usually too good to be true. And come a year later, it's too good to be true. Unfortunately, I'm a person that, you're innocent until proven guilty. And now he's been proven guilty on multiple occasions of cheating. It's awful. He was first suspected of cheating a couple months ago when he was fishing a low-head dam. Dam, he had to be 100 yards away for it in the contest, the tournament, and he was proven not guilty, actually. So I was like, okay, hey, he's not guilty. Whatever, he had his trial. He did his job. He's proved not guilty. And then a guy saw a picture. This is crazy. This guy picked this out. A guy saw a picture of him on a fish, and he said, "This fish looks familiar." And when he was holding the fish, it was him in a boat. The guy went back and found the same fish that he submitted for a kayak tournament on a kayak. So that's when suspicion kind of really broke out. It's like how does a guy take a picture of a fish on a boat and then post it on a picture of on a kayak and ends up winning that fishing tournament? This is kind of mind blowing. But so here it turns out that he cut a section of a kayak out and threw it on this boat and fished up north in New York while pretending to be on a kayak and won a tournament. That's crazy. I talked to the guy a couple times. Never really had a relationship with him. Never hung out with him or anything like that. Just, we talked to him. He's a fisherman. I'm a fisherman. And like I said, it was just weird that he just blew up out of nowhere, catching these big fish. And a lot of people were expecting, kind of about him. And it turns out they were right. It's crazy that someone would go that far to cheat in a tournament, and he won lots of money, and he won kayaks and other stuff. It just makes you wonder, what else has he cheated in? It just looks bad. It's going across the country. It looks bad. I don't fish tournaments. But for kayak fishing, what do you do if there's no live wells? So it was always a trust thing. And now this huge scandal comes out where it kind of throws the trust thing out the window, where people are learning to cheat the system and win it, as going as far as cutting a kayak out and throwing it on a boat and fishing from a boat that day. Because, these kayak tournaments are all just, you take a picture of the fish on a bump board, and it goes by inches. So the best 5 fish usually went to tournaments. And this guy was having like 100 inch fish days. So that's 5 fish over 20 inches. That's crazy. Smallmouth wise. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where do you go from here as a kayak fishing tournament. Where do you go from here? What do you do? Like, if you're a person who runs a kayak tournament series, where do you go from here? What do you do? Like, I don't know the answer. I'm not sure who knows the answers, because now you kind of just lost the trust of every fisherman out there. I wouldn't know what to do anymore. It's just, who do you trust and who you don't trust? This guy was a normal person. No one really, I didn't think, till the end here, I didn't think anything of it. I thought maybe he was just a good fisherman. He fished a lot. And now we're at the point where it was more than that. It was a lot more than that. So what do we do now? Like, what we do now as a fishing community, that one person kind of just really ruined the whole trust system for everyone. How do you trust people now? I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of great, honorable people out there who you can trust, but how do you weed them out from people who you can't trust? And that's the part I don't know. Where do you go from there? That's a tough situation to be in. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and it happened right here locally, 45 minutes away from her, right on the Susquehanna River. It happened. This guy was cheating, winning all these big tournaments, and as a tournament director, I just don't know what you do anymore, because one guy literally just ruined it for everyone, and that's why one guy just literally ruined this for everyone. Because if you're on a boat tournaments, you keep the fish in a live well. When you're on a kayak, you don't have a live well, so they go for the honor system of you measure it on a board. You have usually have a piece of paper that has some kind of letters on it that was given to you that day of the tournament. And now that we see that there's ways to get around that and easily get around that, it's just, what do you do? I mean, who knows how long this could have went on. He kind of screwed himself over. He wasn't careful of what he was posting and what he was sharing to other people, and word got out. If he knows, so look, don't weigh these in. So kayak tournaments go by inches. You measure them by inches. So most kayak tournaments you do by inches, and that's how you won these tournaments. You use the 5 fish, and the biggest 5 fish that day won in inches. And yeah, I think if he was more careful and more went about in a different way, he could have really kept this going. And now a lot of people are getting involved in this who didn't want to be involved in this at all. So yeah, there's a lot of good people getting brought into this, and it's not good, because the people who are being brought into this, getting drug into this, are very good people. It's just a huge mess right now, and I hope everyone the best. But I really don't know what we would go from here now as a fishing community. The fishing community is just, it's kind of smack in the face. It's national news now, and you see memes about it all over the place. The fishing community right now is getting an ass made out of them, pretty much. The kayak fishing and everything like that, they're just getting an ass made out of them right now at this point. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way you can really do it, Logan. It is interesting because there's no way you can keep the fish alive for that amount of time, and you can't just go off the honor system. This guy went as far as cutting a kayak up. He cut a kayak up into a section so you can take on a boat and fish on a boat and measure the fish and take a picture so it looks like the fish was on a kayak or on a bump board or a measure board. So it just shows you no matter what it is in life, there's someone wants to cheat some way or another form, no matter what it is. And he won, a good bit of money. Like, there was a guy found a list of all the tournaments he won. And it's not like he just won $50 here and there. He won a good bit of money. He won kayaks and stuff like that. And man, I don't know if he was more careful, this could keep going on as is today. Which I'm glad he tripped up and he's in his own downfall. But it's an awful thing. It's an awful thing to think about. And it's gonna be a long road. We'll see what happens. Hopefully something good comes out of this. I don't know what good can come out of this, but there's got to be something we could figure out to stop some kind of cheating, because there's a lot of online tournaments are a huge thing right now. There's a website, there's an app you can go to it that says all these online tournaments, and I never was a big fan of it because there's a big trust issue. But it does happen. Like Pincho a couple years ago, they found a basket full of fish. What people are doing is, I was going to get to this point, is they'll catch these fish and they'll throw them in milk crates. Then they'll zip tie the milk crates and sink the fish. So the fish will be 100% safe, 100% living, but they're in a milk crate so they can't go. So these guys will go to these tournaments, go out there, drive out there, and get these milk crates, pick them up, and throw the fish in a live well. It's just stupid things people do just to win. And I don't. And like a lot of these small tournaments, it's not like it's a lot of money either. Like a lot of these longer tournaments, it's not a huge amount of money. It's a nice paycheck, don't get me wrong, but I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like that, Jake, he's cooked. Some people have sympathy for that kind of stuff. I don't know, man. You knew what you're doing. Will he be arrested? So, man, when you're dealing with that kind of money, as much money as he won, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets arrested. And depending on the amount of money, it could be like a federal offense. It's not going to be good, man. It's not. All right, so like there. Look at that. That's just Google, man. And that's his green kayak there. And he said it was stolen, but he actually cut it up and threw it on a boat. You can see the boat right there in the right hand corner. You can see the kayak sitting on top of the boat. This is what we're talking about right here. That's just crazy. Like it's national news right now. It's literally all over the place. And there's some pictures of his big fish right there. So stop right there. Stop right there. So you see that big fish he's holding right there. That's how he got caught. Right, this fish right. All right, no, right there. Yeah, so this one right here. The fish. It's the same fish twice. So this is how he got caught. He posted this picture of him holding the fish on a boat, and then posted the picture of it on the kayak. Well, he posted the picture on the kayak first to win the tournament. Then a couple weeks later, he posted it as on a boat, and someone caught that. And that's how there's a picture of the boat and everything. It's nuts, dude. I never kayak fished. I never tournament kayak fished. I just don't think there's too much trust in people to make that work out. And as we can see, as we learned here, this you can't trust anyone. You cannot. But yeah, we could talk about this for a long time, and it's just a disgrace, man. I know. We'll see what happens the next couple weeks. I think he's going to be in. He came out to one of the fishing tournaments he did and gave the money back and apologized. Say, he's pretty much done. He's not doing any more tournaments. His face is plastered across the internet. He's done doing tournaments. There's no way he's doing any more tournaments, which is the least of his worries at this point. He did get some of the money back. I saw a person, one of the kayak tournament directors, posted a screenshot of him giving money back to the tournament, which, let's be honest, you're just doing that because he got caught. He said he's sorry, but he's just saying he's sorry because he got caught. Let's be honest with you. He wasn't sorry when he wanted the money and stuff like that. He's sorry now because he got caught. And like I said, I think this stuff, I think this is the least of his worries. I think there's been some criminal prosecutions happening for sure, because he won a lot of money over a period of time, and he won a lot of kayaks as well, and different prizes like that. And I can definitely see some criminal charges, some suing going on there. And man, yeah, I think the least of his worries is fishing anymore, because he's got if I was him, I'd get rid of every social media there was. Like, I'd get rid of all my social media, get rid of all evidence you can while you can, because man, he's cooking right now. He's cooking. Ugh, it's awful. But as a whole, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time, and peace out.